it's Zach. Welcome back to the Heroverse. And guys, this will be my our All-American Homecoming, Season 1, Episode 7, called Godspeed. I'm just so happy that, we just got done watching it, and I just want to say yet again, I'm sorry that I didn't post it yesterday. I had a long day yesterday of me trying to edit down my Moon Knight video, and the day got really crazy.
And I was busy.
And she was busy, so I'm just really happy that we're able to get it to you guys now. Like I've always said, as long as I get it out to you guys the week of when something releases, I'm a happy camper. So I'm really happy that I'm able to get it out for you guys today. But I loved this episode. I really enjoyed it. Annie, I'm gonna let Annie go first, like I usually do, what she liked about this episode. But there was a lot of great things in this episode. Annie, what did you like?
I liked how when Thea finally decided to make a sign that said "zone equals love."
That was really cool. That was really cool.
Help. And then Simone thought about when she started playing tennis when she was a little bit younger.
Yeah, and she first found the passion for tennis.
Yeah.
I really liked
and
that
then
moment.
She just started winning, and she made the top.
Yeah,
ranking.
She won in 5th, and then in the ranking of I guess the school ranking of the tennis team, she's 8th on the ranking of the chart. So she did move up. It was a moving up in rankings. So that's really cool that she won that meet, the 5th, to even qualify to make 8th ranking. So I thought that was really good. It sets her on the board of going up and more in her ranking. So I really did like that. The one thing I was talking to you about, and when we were watching the episode, is I hated when Keisha, when Thea kind of psyched Simone out earlier in the episode when we do see the ranking list, or I guess the meet list on who they're going to go up against for the rankings, and Thea's don't you have her or whatever. She made me sweat last year. She's very tough. Good luck. And I said to myself, why would you psych her out like that? I was she was so prepared for this until you psyched her out. And that really annoyed me. I was okay, you psyched her out. You didn't admit you psyched her out when, after she lost the meet. And then when she does the other meet, you know what I mean? And when also, before she does her other meet, so she didn't even qualify for 5th for the ranking to be in 8th place. Thea, confronts, Simone about what happened and said, I tried telling you this back on homecoming or whatever weekend or whatever, that when are you gonna that you have to deal with your anxiety and you can't just push it aside. And I thought to myself, and she's I overheard you and Nate you talking to Nate and Keisha about your anxiety, and I'm why would you then psych her out?
Wasn't last homecoming weekend
when they first I think met them, or was not met them, it was
when they visited with All-American cast?
I don't think so, because it was when I think it was during the blackout, meaning last homecoming weekend, because I don't think she even mentioned she had anxiety when they even visited the school. So I think the only time we've seen where she could have overheard Nate and Keisha is the blackout night when she had her panic attack or something, which I think it was they talked about it the next day, but it was in it was in the one of their rooms, or I think it was in the main plaza area. I know that for a fact because I don't think they even knew. I think the only one that knew that night was Damon, because Damon was trying to calm her down.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Either way, she knew that she had anxiety. So the fact that and she had panic attacks and stuff. So the fact of she said good luck or whatever, knowing that she has panic attacks and stuff, and you psyched her out, that annoyed me that Thea didn't admit that she psyched her out, because she did. And that really annoyed me. And then out of nowhere, then that's when she does write that, which I was okay, that's good. You're finally knowing who you are outside of tennis, because it goes back to what she was saying when she was doing Damon's whole school project, when it's nature versus nurture. And I thought that was really cool. She's I don't know who I am outside of me holding a tennis racket. So that's her kind of without her doing what she did, I guess it would be a thing of we wouldn't see her in knowing who she is outside of tennis, which is going to be what we saw as a good friend that supported Simone and had her focus up on really why she started tennis and why she fell in love with tennis. I thought that was very cool. I just wish she would have gave her that good wisdom when she first got when she was first telling Simone about how hard her opponent is, instead of psyching her out. That really annoyed me. And on top of those rude girls on their first, when Simone had her first opponent, those rude girls talking smack. I was like, how did they not get bounced out of the the meet?
Yeah.
Like how the ump was literally right there and he didn't even say anything to them. I was like, that's not all in Simone's head. They're literally talking smack and they're not getting kicked out. I said that would not fly in any college sport. If someone's talking smack like that, they get kicked out. Anywhere. Even if you're in the NBA or NFL, someone's talking mad crap, you get kicked out. So, like, especially at tennis meets, because they're known to be quiet when they need to be quiet. So that I just find that very hard to believe that those girls would have gotten kicked out by that ump. So I was like, that's stupid to me that they didn't get kicked out. But, yeah, I mean, I was shocked also Nate and Keisha didn't want to talk smack back. That's what I told you when we were watching the episode. I'm shocked they didn't, like, jump on that because they're talking smack about their friend.
They would.
So, I don't know. And then she just, of course says, tells those girls to shut up or whatever, because also it's not only the fact that Thea psyched her out, but it's also the fact that those girls are talking crap and she's just done hearing it. So I did feel bad that, at the end of it, before her next meet, she kind of didn't know who she is. You know what I mean? I kind of felt the way she kind of forgot how, like, why she, like, loved, tennis and why it felt free to her. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, it felt like, it set her free and she didn't have, panic attacks before. She's like, I don't get, panic attacks like that. I've never have or whatever. And until now where you're in a bigger arena. You're in college now. You're in a bigger arena. You're going to get stressed out.
One of my favorite parts of the episode is where Jordan texted her.
Yeah, kind of trying to balance out the Damon, how he said good luck to her and grabbed her hand. And Amara, we know how, like, Simone knows about, Mark and, Amara, but, like, and, like, tries to meddle. I feel like Amara is going to be meddling and, like, saying you like Damon because she saw Damon grab her hand and saw, like, Simone's, like, she knows that they have something.
I feel like Jordan and Simone are gonna break up.
I definitely think so. The more and more we get in episode, the more I'm realizing it's definitely happening. They are leading up to a breakup. And I mean, it makes sense because, again, they don't want to keep bouncing back and forth between making Jordan,
If you remember when Jordan came to visit, which that was my episode of this full season ever, he's jealous of Damon.
Until the whole, you might be my, cousin?
Cousin,
yeah. So, and then it kind of made Jordan settle down, like, okay, there can't be nothing happening here. But as we all know...
We don't know if they're cousins or
not. Because I think, and I want to get to that, because, we get a lot where Damon's doing his, school project about nature versus nurture. He asks, of course, JR if he wants to join, like, help him, with his project. And JR turns him down and says, oh, you're already, trying to interject in my family, and you don't even know if we're related yet because our DNA test hasn't even come back. It's only been a week. And, you know what I mean? And you're already bothering me about it. And he's like, okay, I thought, for a person that, was looking for a brother, you would be happy that, I would want to, do a project where it's like, I kind of want to know, like, do I get my skills kind of from your dad? You know what I mean? Or do I get my skills because I've worked so hard? And it was cool to see the whole nature versus nurture on the side of it. Like, everybody did an interview. Like, Keisha did one, Cam did one, Simone did one. But Simone was she was very hard on herself after her meet that she lost. But, Cam's was very interesting, talking about how he has his background in singing is from his family.
Yeah.
That was very cool. And, and Damon saying, look, you need to realize that, like the thing is that, Nate, that was your nature thing. Like, that was just something that you were, or what was it, nurture? There's something that you're just born, like he was just born with the talent. It was like, that's just me. That's just something that comes easy to me. I wanted to do something that I could get away from that and do something that I've earned. And then that would be my passion I was going to pursue. And he's like, but, Damon's like, don't forget about what you're really good at. That might be the missing piece that you've been looking for because you don't know who you are without football. But you still have a great talent with singing and you can do something with that. I was like, that's so good. Like, and acknowledge the talent that you have and use that talent and pursue something. You know what I mean? Like, there's always a different path you can go. And we've been seeing that a lot through All American and through this show is that, when things go wrong, there's always something else that you can do. You know what I mean? You can pursue. So I'm really loving that, like, Cam, like, might pursue music. But, Annie, what else did you like? Keisha. You want to talk about Keisha?
I like how, Simone, Amara, Nate, and Damon all did like a little like celebration for her mom.
Yeah, it was
And
a little
then-
like
Yeah, and then like her dad shows up, and then she like.
As I figured, I was like, it'd make it so perfect if they all did the traditional, Filipino,
When someone dies.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you're- if
There's a
you're part
word.
of-
There's a word for it. Why am
if
I
you're-
blanking? It's kind of like a remembrance.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
so if you're like from a Filipino like
It's a
culture,
remembrance.
like Keisha it's like you celebrate that person on a birthday.
Which I thought was really
you
cool.
go to their grave on their birthday and you celebrate their birthday with them.
Yeah. Which was
And-
nice that they all came through because, as we all know, earlier in the episode, her and her father couldn't go because they were busy, and also they were not on good terms because he doesn't accept the fact that she wants to
I
pursue
didn't
dancing.
think she was friends with Damon.
Me neither. That was very shocking to me when she when she was up talking about her nature versus nurture, and she's like, I think she said, I'm here for nurture. She said, I don't even know really, but she said that I'm on the side of my healing and me caring for people comes from my dad, but me having my dancing background and everything comes from my mom, and that's what I want to pursue and all that, and that was really cool. And then she was explaining to Damon why he was doing that project, saying don't forget that you have a family, you have two adopted parents that love you, you have friends that love you, and also you're really talented and you're a super great nice friend.
So Damon.
So that was really nice.
Damon found who he was.
Yeah, from a friend's perspective. And I love that because, they would see who you are, a friend's perspective. Even though you don't know who you are until you think you, because you don't think you'll know until you have that missing piece of knowing who your adopted parents are. But, or who your biological parents are. It's like your friends know who you are because they can see who you are. Don't try to forget about what you do have and what you do know about yourself, that you're talented at baseball, you have parents that love you, and that you have friends that love you, and you're great in all that. So I really liked that moment. I was very shocked that they had that moment though. That was nice.
He thinks that the doctors messed with the DNA
I think
results to make it say negative so that JR and Damon think they're not brothers, but there's no other.
I think because we've seen it. Remember when it got there was no record of his adoption, and I know, but we ended up finding out that it was a secret adoption or whatever. It was behind, I guess, without
Mm-hmm.
it was in it. What was it like? There's a thing. It's not a secret adoption. It's like a private adoption. So that's what's so. I mean, I don't know. I feel like they were doctored though some way, because I would not be shocked if someone made it so that wouldn't come back. Because I feel like that just doesn't make sense to me. I feel like they definitely are brothers and something happened where it's it's screwing up or something. So I'm interested to find out, is that actually true? Are they actually not brothers? Or are they actually brothers and someone messed with it? I don't know. Because mind you, I mean, I could see something happening where someone did do it. I would not be shocked. So I'm going to keep my thing still strong. I think they still are brothers, but we don't know. But what else did you like, Annie?
That was pretty much it.
I'm trying to think. There was a couple of other great things I really enjoyed. I liked the moment where Cam said are you gonna not answer? Well, she's like, oh, I'm sorry or whatever. He's like, what, about not answering my calls or about or standing me up on our date on our date? And I thought it was funny because nature versus nurture is kind of a little thing he did. So I mean, and he forgave her, but she said that she's not ready for a relationship yet because she isn't sure if she's she's just coming up with she's actually feeling really feeling the loss of her mother and stuff. She's really feeling that pain and stuff, and she doesn't want to really get into a relationship and worried about them something going wrong with her and Cam, and then she loses Cam and she has to deal with all that loss of losing a loved one, whether it be someone dying or someone just you breaking up with someone. You're losing a loved one. Yeah, you know what I mean. So I really liked how she's I'm not sure if I'm ready for that yet. And then me being afraid that I'll lose somebody, and then I'll have the pain that my father feels that I'm enduring now. So she kind of had an excuse on why she's not ready for a relationship yet. But I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. It would make more sense if, like, it happened the day of the remembrance of her mother, not like, because that would make more sense of why she didn't want to do it in a way, because she's actually seeing, how her father is and how he's like, how he feels about, how, like, in the loss of his wife. But I don't know. I don't know. I wish it would have happened. The date would have happened then, because it would have made a better excuse. Because I feel like it just doesn't make any sense why she still stood him up, and unless because of the whole dad saying, your mom would be disappointed in you. Mm-hmm. So I felt like that was the reason why she didn't show up to the date with Cam, is because of that one reason, because Cam pushed her to tell her father about how she wants to leave doing medical stuff and to pursue dance. And I felt like that was the reason, not because she was afraid to put her heart on the line and be afraid to get hurt and stuff. But she was because of the father and of the loss of the mother and stuff like that. She just want to endure that pain of losing Cam if the relationship doesn't work out. So, but she's like, I would rather keep you as a friend for now until I'm ready. And he's like, I don't know about being a side piece, but I'll consider it for you. I was like, that's funny. I was like, okay. But I enjoyed it. I'm really liking where we're going, and especially next week where it's like, it seems like there's a dance going on, and it looks like
I'm excited.
Damon's asking Simone for a dance.
I'm excited for next week. We finally see Damon's dad. We've seen his mom.
And he seems irritated that Damon wants to know. He's like, well, why do you want to know about that? And it's like, ooh, I wonder what he still remembers.
Yeah,
because we know he has
Alzheimer's.
So that's very interesting to me. Along with, Coach Marcus, him, taking pills for, what was it from? It was for, I forget what it was. It was like mood. It was like mood. Mood pills and stuff. So
it's basically bipolar.
That's what my brother said, because I was like, what are those pills for? So that's very interesting to me to see where they go with that. Because I was not really prepared for that. I did not know that, but that's gonna be interesting if we get a little bit more of an insight on about Coach Marcus and stuff, and because he was hearing stuff was getting to him, like he was not happy about what because the old coach comes back in this episode, the one that screwed over screwed over the school and screwed over the team and gave the school a bad name, Bringston a bad name. So
he came back for his fraternity,
which was which was called what
KEK.
KEK. So and we all knew that
it's Kappa something.
That JR was not happy about the whole Damon thing, asking for help with the project, because he was just he felt the stress of the DNA test too. But it was also the fact that the old coach came back for the reunion for KEK, and he was just not happy about it. And then the coach tried telling him, I always kept you on the bench because I didn't think you were a good catcher, and I always wanted you to focus up on your work and focus up on your, what else was it? Focus up on the fraternity. I didn't want you, you weren't good at being a catcher. And I was like, dude, and I was like, really? Like, how crappy of a coach are you that you screwed over the team, you screwed over the school, and then you're going to tell a student that loves baseball and needs somebody to encourage him to want to pick back up baseball that he was never good to begin with. You're a piece of crap. And I was kind of warming up a little bit. I was like, okay, he seems like, there's more to this coach on why he did what he did. And because I always thought he was a piece of crap for what he did, but he was giving some reasons. I was like, okay, this is interesting to me. And when he was talking to JR, I was like, okay. And until that moment, I was like, you're still a piece of crap, dude. Wow. And I love how the people in the fraternity are like, dude, you miss baseball. We can see it. Go ask for your position back.
I think Coach Marcus is a better coach.
Definitely. I think Coach Marcus will give JR back his position. I think he will. Even though we know that one dude is in his position. I forget the one dude's name. It's
Santiago.
Santiago, there we go. Santiago. So he's in the position of JR. He took JR's position. I don't know if Santiago's too fond of giving it back. Because, he did earn that spot. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Because at the end of this episode, we see, JR and Damon, again, they made up. The thing came back negative. And I still think that someone messed with it. But I want to know what you guys think down in the comments below. Do you guys think someone doctored the DNA test? And where do you guys think this is going to go? Do you guys see even clearer now that Damon and Simone are getting together? I feel like it's so, like, the writers are making it so clear that they are getting together. Like, it's so obvious that that's exactly what's going to happen. And I'm wondering when this breakup will occur. Will it occur in an All-American Homecoming episode or an All-American episode? That's going to be interesting to me. Leave some, let me leave some, speculations down in the comments below and some theories on when do you guys think the breakup's going to happen.
I still ship Jayla. I don't
Do you think it's going to happen in All-American or All-American Homecoming?
All-American.
You think it's going to happen there? That would be interesting. I mean, the relationship did start there. That would be pretty cool, but I don't know.
Where do you think it's going to happen?
I really don't know. I hope it happens on All-American because I feel like it'd be really interesting. But who knows? I don't know. We'll have to just wait and see because I feel like, I don't know. I feel like the more Simone and Damon are together, they have more in common than her and Jordan. I don't know. Because, I mean, I don't know. Also, Jordan's been pissing me off lately, so I kind of think, I don't really care if this happens. You know what I mean? He kind of been pissing me off a lot lately, Jordan. I mean, his character develops and it just undevelops. But yeah, guys.
Calling me downstairs. I think we're called.
All right, well, yeah. Andy's gonna go, guys, but I'll finish up the video.
All right, bye.
But yeah, guys, I really enjoyed this episode. We enjoyed this episode. And I can't wait to hear down in the comments below what you guys have to say about this episode, what you guys liked about this episode. Let me know again. Let me know your theories on when do you guys think this breakup is going to occur. Do you guys think it's going to happen on All-American or All-American Homecoming? And let me know also, do you guys think someone doctored the DNA test? And yeah, guys, let's just talk down in the comments below. But guys, that was the video for All-American Homecoming Season 1, Episode 7 called Godspeed. Guys, that was the video. I hope everybody has a great day, a safe day, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.